Hey, all you Vampire Lestat lovers. We're gonna get straight into it. We're talking about Montreal. All right. So, um, Daniel asks Louis, "What did you say to him after 77 years of ghosting?" For Louis, 77 years wasn't just time passing; it was a hurricane of unresolved trauma. Louis' attempt to stay nice with the reality of seeing Lestat again makes him feel exhausted to pretend otherwise. If you were ghosted for 77 years, would you be open? Or, excuse me, would you open a restaurant near your ex's house or run the other way? Let's start with Elia since she didn't get to do the title.
Listen, don't worry about it. After being ghosted for 77 years, even as an immortal, it is an ultimate sign of disrespect. Don't ghost me for 15 minutes. We don't ever have to speak again. We don't. And so I do understand for vampires, time works differently. No, I would just be more of what I already am. Ghosted? That is the ultimate disrespect. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Brittany?
Like Elia said, I'm gonna have my personality on 10, so I'm coming to find you. You will see me. I'm going to be your neighbor. I'm going to be friends with your best friends. I'm going to be at all of your favorite locations. You will see me. And I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna just look at you. And be like, oh hey, you here too?
You here too, it's crazy.
Merriman?
Is it really ghosting when you're yearning for each other?
I don't know. That's a good
When
question.
you're falling out, like we're not talking, but are we really ghosting each other?
I mean, I did try to kill you, if I'm being fair. So maybe
Semantics.
They both tried to kill each other. I mean,
Yes,
no.
Tomato.
Yes, like, but did you die?
But
You can
Or
die.
did you die?
No.
Well, I don't think it depends on how bad the yearn is. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they had something. But I mean, technically, don't ghost me because, baby, I disappear. You really can't find me no more. And that's just a part of like my personality glitch. But if it's not a real ghost and I hear you pining for me, you know,
you need
I might show up. Yeah. I might get a little restaurant around the corner, you know.
not a restaurant. Oh my God. I love these vampire delusions. Jermaine, I want to hear your thoughts. What would you do?
If I was ghosted for 77 years, would I open a restaurant? You know what? I have to go back to what Merriman said. They're longing each other or for each other. And so, no. I mean, plus, we hugged each other in a hurricane and all that. Ain't no telling what we did when we hugged each other. Ain't no telling. So, nah, all is fair. It's been 77 years and Armand ain't shit. So, why not?
I see a pattern.
Whoop you do.
So,
yeah,
Tootie
back to my ex, so whoop you do.
So Tootie and Blue said that's crazy, Brittany. I guess she found that funny. So yeah. And we have a couple of people who are saying hello. Such as allegedly Arcane. Hey. And of course there were a couple of people who were waiting for us to go live. So thank you all so very much. Next question. So same storyline. Louis addresses the proximity of his restaurant to Lestat's home as a catastrophic coincidence. Is it a coincidence? Or is it Louis' subconscious homing? Let's start with Brittany.
That's bae. That's the ultimate bae. That's, star-crossed lovers. He never wants to be too far away from his original bae.
Never too
from
far.
his mate. That's his maker. Yeah, from his maker. He loves him. That's the love of his life. No matter who he mess with, he still mess with people like that guy that he has his little booty calls with.
Lim. I'm gonna just say Lim.
Lim still has characteristics like Lestat. Like he likes assholes. I do too, but just don't be an asshole to me. be an asshole to other people. And it's very attractive. So I get it. It's that toxicity in us.
A barrel of mint. Oh, I don't know if you heard the question, but just in case, Louis' restaurant being in proximity to Lestat's home, was that a coincidence or was it a subconscious homing?
Clearly, it was subconscious.
Mm.
Real estate was up for grabs. You want blood? I want blood. You need a nice place to have blood. I need a nice place to have blood.
And Louis liked that money.
He got that bread. He became the businessman he wanted to be back in the what was that, 1800s? He became that businessman, honey.
That part.
Riding it, and I love to see it. I really do. But yeah, it was on purpose. And
Hell yeah.
Catastrophic coincidence, my ass. It was a strategic setup for proximity of all the locales in the world. This is where you ended up with a restaurant. Holy.
listen, it was about to get back together, and then that little funky novel came out. I'm about to get this restaurant around the corner from your house. Stop playing with me and come on here. Hey, man, stop playing. Stop playing. All right. You go forgive me. You go forgive me. You want me?
You doing sleepovers and shit?
I'm gonna put this little restaurant around the corner. Quit playing. Quit playing.
So Tootie in the Boot says, Louis was straight up lying. This is the same man who owns 45% of Lestat's merchandise. Yes, indeed. What are your thoughts about that? Let's go to Brittany first.
So he owns a part of his merchandise because he knew that Lestat, like for a few reasons, I think. The main reason is business oriented. He know that Lestat mainstreaming vampirism, or however you would say that, is going to be a very good business move. At the same time, he wants to have his finger on the pulse, which is Lestat. And Lestat is, again, love of his life. So he's going to gravitate to him like white on rice. That's just a part of it.
He want his finger on the pulse, all right.
And he knew it was gonna eat him up when he found out.
45%.
I think the business sense was secondary, in my opinion. It's just a good bonus. I feel like that was secondary. You needed to be near his ass.
That's just like Drake.
Bonus that I got that 45% of your merch.
Y'all, that's just like Drake dropping BBL Shorty when dudes try to play with him. He said, you know what? You gonna give me that, and I'm gonna make a song out of it. Now it's my song. Now it's my song. Now it's my merch.
So Tootie in the Booth says, Lestat hasn't even been mainstreaming, though. That's the funniest part.
So he believed in his man.
Yeah. All right, so Louis claims he worked alone on himself, but we learn in the episode that he was simply orbiting Lestat's gravity. He admits that he housed his heart in self-destructive scaffolding. That's really Lestat. Why does Lestat need to pretend, or Louis need to pretend that it was an accident?
I think because he's trying to protect his heart. Deep down inside, he's really like warm and fuzzy. And he's like, listen, I still got feelings for you. I don't know if this gonna work, but I still, deep down inside, you home.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Louis' perspectives, as much as I love Louis, his perspectives are always distorted. I think that he believes the shit that he be saying at the time. I 100% believe it, but Louis is just as calculated as some of these other people. He really is. So, no. Louis, he's doing this because this is right on brand for Louis. He needs to throw a rock and hide his hand at times.
Yeah.
And Louis doesn't want to come off as the bad guy. He has this whole attachment to his humanity that he's always had. And he does not realize at times he becomes the shit that he hates.
Damn, he was a whole pimp.
Yes.
How you be a good guy and you a pimping hoes?
A walking oxymoron. Ooh.
You were so right. It came full circle.
Barrowman, your thoughts?
Can you re-ask the question?
Why does Louis need to pretend it was an accident that he had a restaurant right around the corner from Lestat's house?
I think he likes to play hard to get with Lestat at the start of his game. It's a part of their everlasting want for each other.
I'm not touching you, but I'm about to swim the Mississippi.
Yeah. I'm trying to kill you.
So Cindy in the Booth said Louis needs to pretend so he doesn't seem as obsessed with Lestat as Lestat is with him. It's all to have some sort of high ground or power over his life. What are your thoughts about that? I want to go to Elia first.
I love how clearly and concisely you put that, because I can be wordy and all over the place, and then it take a while to realize, okay, oh, that's what you meant. So this is perfect. He is 100% obsessed with Lestat, but no, I just need you to seem like it's all your idea, and just come get me. But I'm dangling myself in front of you.
Britt, what are your thoughts?
I think that Tootie in the Boot is right. Kept it short and sweet.
Yes.
He obsessed with Lestat as Lestat is with him. And it's all about having some sort of higher ground or power over his life. It's that delusionalness, that delusion within himself. So yes, I totally agree.
I was being hunted. No, you weren't.
No, you weren't. His perspective of reality is a little warped.
We learned that from Interview with the Vampire.
Yes.
It's a little
warped.
Bear of Men, your thought? Do you have anything to add?
It kind of reminds me of my relationship with my husband.
Do tell.
I like to play hard, but I'm not. It's all him, damn it. It's all him. It's always him. But he better not go no damn way, you know what I'm saying? Me. You know what I'm saying?
So are you saying that you're the Louis in the relationship and he's the Lestat?
Yeah, I'm gonna act like I don't know what's going on always. What are you talking about?
Oh, so that's why you have that hate for Louis.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Lestat. I think
I love Lestat,
but I also I love Louis' wet rage because I've always said it. Like, I identify with villains.
And that laugh, I love it.
I have always identified with villains
because they don't start off that way.
Because no one starts off mean. You just keep picking and you keep pushing and you keep pushing, and then you get exposed, and then you have to show your fangs and your claws, and then you put them up, and everybody thinks you're a psycho. But you're not psycho.
You were pushed to it. You were pushed to it.
You were mad. Now you're calm, and everybody thinks you need to be in the loony bin. No, you don't. You're fine. You're fine. But did you die?
But did you? Yes, actually.
Did you die?
Yes.
That's why you love me. Why I love you. I didn't die either. Go to sleep. Wake up. We'll be together tomorrow. Stop playing.
Britt, quick question. How does Louis view Lestat's new identity as Sheridan Blackwood?
Wait, say it one more time.
How does Louis view Lestat's new identity as Sheridan Blackwood?
Pass me, I'll come back.
Okay, Elia.
I think he's playing along with it, not really believing it. You know, we just want Lestat. Even when he walks into Louis' restaurant, Mr. Dion Coeur, you know, you can't just bury it. It's just that's not gonna work. I think it's silly. I hate the name. Yeah.
Bear of Men.
We're gonna play whatever game you want to play, Lestat. I'm gonna call you whatever name you want me to call you, Lestat. You know who you are. Me? Just like the whole restaurant stood up and gave him a standing ovation. We all who need to know who you are. But okay.
I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Britt?
All right, so Louis is playing his man up, is playing his bae up. He's like, yes, bae, talk your shit, do your shit. Everybody want my man. He loves it. He loves every part about it. He's like, yes, go on and talk your shit and go say hey to your fans. And I love how he was so cool with it. He was like, yeah, go ahead. Then when he saw the people outside, he was the same way. Yeah,
like,
go ahead.
Do it. Do it.
Do the thing. I love that part. I loved it. I loved all of it because he was like the Instagram baddie, and I was like, "That's gonna be me one day."
Blue check. So Tootie the Boo says Louis don't want Lestat to be nobody else. He loves that man the way he is. I prefer Lestat.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We know you do, Louis. Mm-hmm.
All of
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every inch of Lestat. Every inch.
Every inch. He be doing that little. That's my man.
My baby.
My man.
Tootie in the Boot also says Lestat just wants to be a Clarence for once. It's hard being him indeed.
It's
So
hard. When you, as we listen to his story, it is hard being Lestat. He wants to kill him so bad. He wants to just be someone else so bad.
But he's just that bad bitch.
Yeah.
He just
Lestat says he's moving from niche rocker to dark monarch. What is Louis' reaction to this? And also, does he see it as an ego trip or a genuine threat?
Louis sees it as a threat because you're putting everything on display. Yeah, this great conversion, we're on the precipice of that, but you're putting yourself in harm's way. And to be honest, I wish I had the time to count how many times Louis said we should cancel in this episode, not just referring to, I think, the seance, but to the concert as well. He repeatedly says, don't do this. So I think he just thinks it's a horrible idea and a threat, to use your word.
Britt?
After what's his mom's name? Gabriella,
Sophia, John, Jacob, Jingleheimer, Schmidt.
Yeah, Gabriella, Sophia, all them names. Gabriella/Sophia. I really like the fact that she was talking to Louis and was like, I think you are the one who needs, I'ma protect, so stand behind me. Instead of them, let me see, how do I want to say this? Instead of Louis thinking about it like, I'm worried about Lestat, Gabriella is sitting here like, I'm concerned about you because you're the weakest one. So Louis is concerned about Lestat when he really should be concerned about himself because he's the weakest one that's out there amongst the other vampires.
I mean, he is pretty young.
That too.
Okay, all right. So Tootie in the Boot says Louis is scared for Lestat's safety as much as he tries to play it off, but he also doesn't want to stand in Lestat's way. What are your thoughts about that?
I agree. I'm sorry.
Why do you agree?
I agree because that's so true. He wants Lestat to reach his highest potential because I think he really truly loves him in his own way. So he wants him to reach that highest potential, but at the same time, he's like, shit, if he reaches highest potential, he's gonna be out there amongst the elements. And the elements includes vampires, wolves, bears, oh my, all that shit. So he gotta be careful.
A bear of men?
I agree. I think that he wants him to shine bright. He loves how it feels to be next to him when he's shining bright. But he knows that people are concerned for a reason. And there has to be something wrong for so many people to be trying to off Lestat.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Lestat has a beautiful voice. I mean, look how Lestat reacted when he found out Drake dropped 50 songs. By the way, I thought that was hilarious.
Me too.
And so realistically, Lestat, he woke up, damn, really concerned about his career. And as much as, the human ears weren't the ones they had to really be worried about, though. He is taking the vampire ears, and they know that 50,000 vampires in one place is going to be hectic. Mm-hmm. And how many of them are going to try to attack Lestat and aren't there to enjoy Lestat? So I think that he doesn't want to lose him again. Mm-hmm. And he's been on stage and didn't see it coming. So I think he doesn't want to see that happen again the same way he lost Claudia.
Mm-hmm. So, Tootie in the Boot also says Louis will never be concerned about himself. I'm so sorry to say. What are your thoughts about that?
Louis was charged with taking care of his family. Louis has always had to be the person to make sure the estate was good, make sure everybody is okay. And let's be very clear, Louis, going back to her other question or statement, or his statement, I'm sorry. Louis from New Orleans. Louis got a feeling that something is not quite right. And he's seen a lot of things, young vampire or not. He can see the writing on the wall.
Okay. All right. So the vampire's burden is defined as replacing death with a war that has no end. For Louis, this great conversion is the ultimate end to the quiet life he tried to build. Understanding this, what should Louis's motivation be toward the great conversion? And how will his longing for Lestat skew that desire? Let's go to Bear of Men first. Louis's motivation towards the great conversion, what is it? And how will his longing for Lestat skew that desire?
You're on mute.
I think that what Louis wants out of the great conversion is synonymous with what he wants out of Lestat. He wants whatever Lestat wants. I don't think he even knew about the great conversion. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he could go disappear somewhere and be off the radar, regardless of the great conversion, and still be making millions of dollars. His businesses are on autopilot. So I think his main concern with the great conversion is that Lestat survives it. And I don't think that his wants and desires for Lestat are going to skew that. I think it's going to amplify how he goes above and beyond to protect him, because at the end of the day, he's Lestat's fledgling. He's not going to let anything happen to Lestat. The same way that Lestat, he may have put Claudia in that situation, he still tried, and it was too late to get her out of the sun. You know, because at the end of the day, that's his fledgling. Even though she was driven insane by madness and anger, he wasn't. You know, I think there's just this type of connection, just the same way that his mom showed up when she heard him calling, and it was not like a regular call. When Sophia showed up, she knew something was wrong and she needed to be there. Mm-hmm. I think it's like that with Smart.
Britt, your thoughts?
So I agree with Bear of Men in terms of Louis' motivation is more focused around Lestat's safety and what he needs in order to be successful. I think that he knows the great conversion is something that's going to happen, but at the same time, he's like, okay, with this happening, what is the next 5 to 6 steps that could possibly happen, and how do I navigate through that?
Elia?
First and foremost, thank you for clarifying to the in the boot. I saw your comment, girl. Thank you. But I'm going to say it again. It's a bad idea. And I'm going to keep holding on to that because, as we learned in ELA, when things are repeated, it's very important. So I don't think he is a huge proponent of the great conversion, albeit that it is inevitable. And I also agree with both of you that, of course, his primary concern is Lestat more than himself. But it's a bad idea. We should cancel. We should cancel.
So there was a comment, and it's actually the next question. Bleed Blue asks, why does that say slave? So this is it. Claudia looks at Louis and drops a bombshell. She says, there's a little etching on your ribcage that says you are a slave. And what she was referencing was the fact that she knew he would follow her no matter what until she found a time where she could ditch him. Y'all remember that? Mm-hmm. All right. So this is basically a psychological demolition of Louis. Like, she rips into Louis like ain't nobody business, right? So Claudia claims he's a shitty little bitch who only stayed with her until he could ditch her ass for Lestat. All right. This is what I want you all to do. I want you all to discuss, and you all were kind of doing that a little bit earlier. Discuss the biology of the maker bond. If it's etched in his bone, Louis never had a choice. His self-worth was an illusion, basically. So, who can discuss the maker bond first? No one?
I think it's like a drug.
Give us
I
more.
think it's when you get your first hit. And he had a choice, and he was in love with Lestat before he took that first sniff.
Levitating.
Before he allowed that man to consume him, he was already nose wide open about him. You know? And honestly, it was the only person who didn't have a choice that Lestat made was Claudia, because she was dying. Like, Lestat's mom was dying too, but I think if I don't know, maybe I said that wrong. I thought she wanted it.
I thought she wanted it too.
Yeah. Lestat's mom, she wanted it.
Yeah, so like that, and the fact that she was too young to be made, and that's why it was forbidden. But like, he and his, unfortunately, and Sophia had a desire and a longing for Lestat that was crazy before they were even made. So I think that, coupled with the fact that that's where they got their first hit of vampirism, I don't think he has a choice. I think he fights his loyalty, but he is loyal.
Yeah.
That's why he never burned him up.
I think it's
like, you have to burn him, and he was like, nope, you can't do that.
Okay, so I think it's like when you lose your virginity and you have a chemical bond with that person.
I don't even remember their name. Please continue. Please continue.
That is so funny. So I still like talk to my first periodically. And so I still like in my heart will always love him. Will always have a love for him. That it's just I don't know, it is what it is. But just like they say, there is that little bond that you have. And so I think that when you exchange the blood, and it's just my thinking, when you exchange blood or exchange the bodily fluids with vampires, that there's some type of connection on a biological level that bonds them, and that has something to do with their brains and causes them to be able to interact with each other on a level that we can't fully understand.
Case in point, Daniel
and Armand.
And Armand.
Full name.
Do you have any thoughts? Do you have any thoughts to add, Elliot?
Just that it's innate. So in pretty much in summation of what everybody said, it's innate. It is innate.
The only thing that I would add to that is that it works both ways. It works both ways. So Lestat is just as connected with them as they are with him, except the fledgling, it's a bit more primal, if you will. It's like, I'm connected to this person. Let's get to some of these comments real quick. So Awake and Soul Vibe says, some people were not happy about the nappy comment, but I feel like it was because of the era she grew up in. I loved his hair this episode. What were your thoughts about the nappy comment?
What was the nappy comment?
So Merrick, Merrick really, Claudia, she was mad at Louis, and she said, "Listen here, nappy boy, or nappy haired boy."
Oh, I don't remember her saying that. My bad.
She went to the depths of hell on him, and brought
that came from the soul.
I didn't have any problem with it because it was black person to black person, including Merrick. And she just came out of hell. You looking for her, and she said, "Leave me the fuck alone. I am not looking for you. I hate you." And especially when she saw, when she came from hell, that you are back with this man,
with that white French
white.
You
French
are
white.
still with this man who we ran from, who killed us on the. Oh, I'm sorry, me. On and got me killed at the theater. You are still with him. I hate you so much.
That part.
I know that hate, and hate is a strong word, but it's really only.
She hated him.
No, love. Hate is love. When love gets because when I tell you, there are people who cannot make me hate them because I give no fucks about them.
Ooh.
You know, it's like I couldn't even hate you because who are you?
Who are you? I don't even see you.
Yeah, you don't even breathe my air. Even if we're in the same room, I don't even see you. Like I don't care.
So,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. So Tootie in the Boot says Claudia took advantage of every situation she was in, and Louis put her in so many bad situations, i.e., turning her. She had to adjust accordingly. What are your thoughts about that?
So clock it. When I tell you she read Louis from Genesis to Revelation and every book in between and was justified. So he 100% did, simply because of his longing, his desires, his just unyielding, unwavering plan to stay connected to his humanity and wanting a sister and all of these things. You kind of puppeted Claudia in a sense. And so it's like, no, it wasn't intentional for all these horrible things to happen, but hey, it still happened. And so I agree. She had to act accordingly, and she did just that, even from the other side. Okay, you won't call me through here, you dumb bitch. All right.
Nappy-headed bitch.
Here I go. I heard you was looking for me. Here I go.
Brittany, any thoughts?
He treated her like a purse. Like a Louis Vuitton purse, but like a purse. Okay?
Like a Louis Vuitton, yeah.
Yeah, like a Louis Vuitton. Like she went everywhere with him. Like that was his newest accessory, and he was gonna take her and shine her up like a brand new penny and take her everywhere he go. And that's fucked up.
Look at my new toy.
This is my new toy. This is my new toy. This is what. Hello, her name is Claudia. Okay, Daddy Lou. Like Daddy Lou give me every time. Oh my God.
Tootie is on it. Thank you for your comments, Tootie. We love them.
I love him. Yes, we love him.
I 100% agree.
Erica, your thoughts? I think Claudia was being metaphorical when she mentioned Louis' ribcage. She saw him as weak, and she respected Lestat way more for being secure within his identity. What are your thoughts?
100% agree. I think as we all feel on here, and we talked about that, he just has had such a hard time owning his villain. It was villainous and selfish to take a child that was going to be trapped in that form forever and think that mentally she'd be that way forever, which drove her insane. It was mental to not want her to be like Lestat, even when he was trying to help her get out of that and find some joy in being childlike and being able to take advantage of others. He didn't like that. He wanted to keep her a little girl. What? Why? Huh? He didn't all the way like the relationship she was forming with the German woman, right? She was German?
Melanie Clavier.
Yeah, he didn't like that relationship for real. That's what made him kind of let up and then start trying to sow his seed and invest in Armand a bit, like just to have someone. So I just think that he's selfish in trying to believe that he is a hero when he's really a villain like everybody else.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's go to Britt with this one. Tootie in the Boot says the vampire bond is a complicated thing, but I don't think it's the main reason that Louis is in love with or loyal to Lestat. What are your thoughts about that?
I think that's a really good take on their relationship. It is a complicated situation. At the same time, like we talked about earlier, Louis was levitated
Mhm.
by Lestat
Before he was
and
made.
before he became a vampire. I mean, he levitated him metaphorically and physically. And so when somebody has the ability to mind fuck you the way Lestat mind fuck Louis, baby, you can have it all.
And don't forget about those walks in the park and all of that. Like,
Oh, sorry, y'all.
look, clearly this is something that they want us to like pay attention to, because we saw that in this particular episode. We also saw Louis do it with Armand, right? So this is something that's stuck in Louis's mind. This is what
It's
love
muscle
is.
memory.
What are your thoughts, Elia?
Oh, so again, before he was even made, he was intrigued. He was feeling all of these things. And let's be clear, unlike Lestat, Louis was given a choice. So you had all of these intense longings beforehand. And so it just amplified once you were made. So I'm not buying, oh, you're my maker. And so that's the reason I do all of these things. No, it's not. No, it's not. Some of these things were there before.
So, Bearer of Men, Tootie in the Boot says, this isn't like True Blood, where the fledgling is forced to follow their maker. Sorry for my sequence of responses. What are your thoughts about that?
I agree. I just feel like there is a magnetism to what they feel to one another, which keeps them all like in sync and why they can all hear each other. Like the voices. You know, they can all hear each other. They're all drawn to each other. They all need each other. They're all willing to become intimate with each other if they feel that kind of need and desire. And then it's even more significant with the person who made him. That's why even the way that Lestat was made, he still wanted to know everything before his maker was gone and just left him out in the wilderness.
And thank you, Tootie in the Boot, True Blood. We're all fang bangers and True Blood enthusiasts here. You're in good company.
So, oh yeah, Books, Girls, and Purrs. Thank you for coming back, Books, Girls, and Purrs. In season 1, Claudia blames Lestat for viewing both of them as the housewife and the maid. But in this episode, it's the same language, but more about how she views Louis. What are your thoughts about that?
100%. And hey, Books, Girls, and Purrs. So 100% accurate. Hence, the slave connotation, not literally in chains, however, a metaphor for you not being able to stand up for yourself, say no, just kind of, in essence, show up as a lapdog or whatever, and just do whatever Lestat needs, wants, desires, or whatever, because you have this thing kind of etched in your mind for how it should go. You have this makeshift immortal family or first family or whatever that you have ideals for, but at what cost?
Britt, your thoughts?
I agree with Elle. Yeah, I think that Claudia was really, really just expressing how she truly felt, because Louis never really fully listened to her and saw her as an adult with a voice, with an opinion, with feelings that were mature of a woman. He saw her very childlike. So when she would say things, he was very dismissive of her. He acted like he cared, but you could tell he was very dismissive of her feelings. At this point, yes. At this point, he's like, oh shit, again, it's another situation where Louis is delusional of what's really going on around him.
Oh,
I got something to say about that one.
What you got?
I mean, with all due respect, he is dead and in hell. That gives you a lot of time to relive the situation over and over and over again, and then to be brought back to the other side from hell and death without who you love. Somebody who you constantly protected with the mofo that you protected him from. Yeah, everything she said to Lestat is now directed at Louis. You know what? I had it wrong. I've been down here burning up in nothingness, or not burning at all, in complete nothingness, without my boo, thinking, I actually hate you.
So okay, so here's this. So there was one part where he said, "I was hearing you talk to me," and she turned around and she was just like, I wasn't trying to talk to you. If anything, I would have been trying to talk to Armand to get him to fall down the stairs and basically kill him. So my question right here is, does she really hate him, or is this just her opportunity to let out her frustrations?
Let out her
Let
frustrations.
her frustrations out. Like, she's gonna love those men forever. Yeah, she's being a bitch, but she loves him. Like I said, hate is love when love gets mad.
Hell yeah.
She needed to get it out. She needed to get it out. And I was very happy that she had her moment to grandstand and and serve him his ass so he can get out of some of those delusions that he has.
This was one of my favorite moments of the show, because she, like, when you look at the after show, the actress that plays Claudia talks about how the director allowed her to put in extra, because she was like, wait a minute, I got a little bit extra I want to put in there. I was like, oh, you've been holding on to this since season 1. Oh, wow.
She nailed it.
She did so good. If they don't win an Emmy, I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off.
He did so good. I got chills. I was like,
yes, chills.
Remember when he turned around and said he avenged her?
Yeah. Oh, she was like, "What you wait?" He was like, "What about that thing I did for you?" Whoa!
I didn't ask for that. Did I ask you for that?
That was the only thing that was missing. That was the only thing that was missing. She turned around to Lestat and she was like, "Did you hear this? Did you hear this shit?"
You want to thank you. I am in hell.
I'm gone and alone. And
I'm glad she called him out. But that speaks to Louis needing to be the perpetual good guy. You are not. It's okay.
So Tootie and the Boot said, I didn't mind the nappy headed comment. We're going to go next to Tootie and the Boot. It's realistic regardless of whether the writer's room is black or not. What are your thoughts about that?
I agree.
Britt, I see you. What'd you say? I couldn't hear you.
I said, I'm just saying, you guys hear us in our banter. I think that, within anyone's own community, you just allowed to say some shit.
I just hope that they have black writers.
I think
I don't know. I hope they do, because there's too many writers that are out there within the Writers Guild that don't have jobs. So I hope that they have a job, because this is a really good show. It's a really good show. I hope they do. That's why I made that face like, ooh, it would be bad if they didn't, because this is a minority cast.
I'm sorry.
I was about to say, I've seen worse things on television with absolutely 0 point. And so I wasn't as bothered by it because it was of the time and it just made sense. And she was enraged and she looks like him. So I was less bothered by it.
I mean, both edges was kinky curly. So come on now.
So Tootie and the Boo says Claudia does love Louis, but she don't like that bitch, and I relate to that. Like everybody's like, yeah. So Awakened Soul Vibes says Lestat said, "Bring the malice." Yes, I love that.
I did like that. He was ready to get screwed up.
He kind of wanted it, right? Is he? What's the word? A masochist or
100%
sadist?
Sadist and a masochist. He's both.
He is both.
He likes giving and bringing the pain.
He's toxic, and I'm here for it.
In this case, he was 100% masochistic.
The way he can give it, he can certainly take it.
I'm not gonna repeat it.
I know which one of you two are gonna meet. Okay, that was from the movie back in the day. It's from the show. It was a realistic question. Okay, because y'all got each other. What am I gonna do?
So Tootie the Boo says Claudia does hate Louis for sure, and she wanted to let out her frustration at the same time. Books, Girls, and Purrs says when Louis implied that Claudia should thank him, even Lestat looked at Lou crazy.
This is not. This is not.
Do you know women at all? I mean, I understand we together, but do you know women?
Lestat done been with more women than Louis. Louis stupid.
It was like, it looked like he.
Look,
It looked like he wanted to say some shit.
you don't even need to be with a woman in order to. You just got to know a black woman. That's it.
After you read her privates,
Louis
it's her diary, dog. It wasn't even your business.
I think
So-
if he had taken a step back and like gotten over himself for a second, he could have probably approached the whole situation differently.
He did do that for yourself, Tootie in the boot.
So, Britt, Tootie in the Boot says Louis was foul when he brought him up, killing Bruce. Like, bitch, you did that for yourself. What are your thoughts about that?
I totally agree because it made him feel like the audacity of, in my opinion, the audacity of Bruce to do something to my daughter, even though technically it's this possession that he had, not of the actual act of it. Maybe a little bit, like I think a little bit of himself felt like the human side of him felt like empathy for her, but at the same time he was like, how fucking dare you do this to my daughter? That's just what I got from it.
So, oh yeah, Books, Girls, and Purrs says, I know if Lestat thinks you're out of pocket, it's gotta be bad. What are your thoughts about that?
100%, the originator of fuck boy shit. Okay,
Yes.
at the top level of doing fuck up them. If he looking at you with the side eye, stand down. Just stand
You're like, dog, what is you talking about?
down.
So, Bearer of Men, Tootie in the Boot says Lestat knew that his baby needed to air out her anger. So yeah, he said, bring her on back, Merrick. What are your thoughts?
I think he understands that death is final and the souls of anything is unsettled. So there has to be anger, even if they don't know what's going on. Especially with the way that he died. He made a whole song about her. And he wasn't settled. And she saw him as she died. So like, he knew she was mad. He knew she was hurt. She was holding her lover.
So, Britt, Books, Girls, and Birds says, I think Lestat understood what he was in for, that it was Claudia's moment to get what she felt off her chest. What are your thoughts?
I totally agree. I think Lestat is very at a point in his life where he is able to see things for what they are, and that is his fledgling. So he already knew what was coming because he's able to be in her mind even though she's dead. I think that he still knew her innately, who she was and what she needed to do. So this was kind of like the final part.
Yeah, he watched her die. And, you know, as part of his healing process and his ode to her, he made this song that was gut-wrenching and beautiful all at the same time.
Yeah. I actually would like to download that one.
Oh, I listen to it a lot. I be singing it.
Was that the one when he went outside screaming in the sun?
No, Stained Glass Eye. The song.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna look it up.
So pretty. It was actually so pretty. Is the guy really singing that?
Sam Reed.
Yeah, the guy who plays him, is he really singing that? He's done a good job.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Really good job.
So, oh yeah, Red Talk says Lestat likes black women. Your thoughts?
Love him. That's my thought. He
Because
loves
Merrick, here we go. Because he done had something going on with Merrick. He had something going on with what's his name?
Akasha turned him out.
Akasha turned him out. Yes, of course.
Jermaine, have you read Merrick? I only read about half of it, and I didn't get to the part where Louis and Merrick were involved. So maybe that's why I think that it was kind of boring. And some are saying that it wasn't Claudia. I don't know. They needed to hear all of that. Interesting. I'll get to it. let you know. Tootie in the Boot says, we can't forget that Lestat turned her, so he really knew Claudia better than anyone else. That's part of the reason why he was so hard on her. This isn't to excuse the bullshit he put her through. What are your thoughts about that, Britt?
That's like what I was saying earlier, that he knew her because that was his fledgling. And he understood what she was going through because he could read her mind and read her thoughts. And you could tell that they really bonded when they were in the swamp hunting humans. And he was teaching her how to be a predator.
Yeah.
That he saw another side to her and he was like, ooh, I like this. This is, okay. I like this part of you. But at the same time, he didn't like the relationship that he didn't think that the relationship that her and Louis had was very conventional, because she did need to grow up and he wasn't allowing her to grow up.
That and the fact that I don't think he could have predicted the fact that she was going to go crazy.
Well, didn't he say that could happen?
He told me
that when she's not able to be a woman and she's stuck in this body.
Yeah, he said that part. He said that part. He did mention the fact that, when you turn somebody, you never really know what's going to happen. He said that he didn't give as much detail about it as he knew at that time. I think it was just one of those moments where he was just trying to give information as quick as he could without getting into the details.
Because I thought that was part of the dark gift is once you make someone, yes, you can feel them, you can feel their emotions, but you can't actually read their thoughts.
I thought
that's true.
Yeah,
that's right, Elia.
All right, so Louis reflects on hanging. So this is after Lestat sees the video of himself having sex with his mother, and Louis kind of confronts him with it. So Louis reflects on hanging the portrait of Lestat's mother in their room in New Orleans. Why would Lestat do this? And also, was Louis complicit in Lestat's maternal obsessions? I want to go to Barra Min first.
I don't think he could have ever been complicit. To be honest, because there was no way without Lestat telling him that is my mother. But he knew it was somebody important and never questioned it, because whoever this is, they're important, because you won't take the picture down. But I'm important too. But I do believe that whole scene was kind of deep because he lost it. And I mean Lestat. Because Louis really tried to grandstand on him right there. And I thought it was such a really good scene of Lestat defending himself of the fucked up things he's got going on, but also throwing it back in Louis' face that you ain't better than me. Are you crazy right now? I'm literally in the middle of going through something that nobody's supposed to know about, and I don't want to talk about how this all came to be. You are throwing it in my face. How dare you? So I don't think he was complicit, but I thought it was a great episode where I love to watch him break like that. It was good.
So why would Lestat do that, Elia?
Because Lestat is damaged. Be damaged, be cabbage. He's damaged. He is damaged. And so whereas no, he didn't have a perfect, seamless relationship with his mother, that was his closest thing to some type of normalcy, some type of affection, no matter how minor it was. And so this was his old life before he was made, and even into the vampirism. So Gabriella represents something that he can kind of anchor himself to, that makes sense for him, no matter how crazy it is. This is the closest thing he has to his human life.
So Lestat admits clearly somewhere in the self-destructive scaffolding I housed in my heart, I wanted it known. Can an argument be made that this segment is exploring Lestat's savior complex? He wanted to be the one to understand Louis' deepest wounds, even at his own expense? Britt?
That's a really good, deep question. I'm not gonna go too deep. I'm gonna keep it a little surface. I think that yes, Lestat has a savior complex, but that's one of the reasons why we love him. And I think that, say the last part that you said about Louis.
Deepest wounds. Where we at? All right. So he wanted to be the one to understand Louis' deepest wounds, even at his own expense.
Yes. So even though that he's going through trouble, it feels good to not focus on yourself and focus on somebody else whenever you're going through something, because it takes you out of your head. Just keep it surface.
All right. So Tootie the Boot, I'm going to direct this to Bearer of Men, says Lestat coveted his mother, and the portrait over their coffins is one of the biggest signs of that. He wanted to take care of her, but she left. That was his family, no matter if she was gone or not. What are your thoughts?
I agree. I think that was his first great love. She protected him. She made him strong. She spoke life into him. Even when she was getting her butt whipped and being mistreated in what, the 1500s or 1700s. Regardless, she was getting treated, okay, as a woman. And she still talked him up. She still made him brave. Although he risked his life in some insane ways, a lot of people would in that time. I think that's the whole thing. Like, he can't forget about, like, his connection to her is so different than his connection to Louis, and it can't be stated enough. And then saving her life before she died, and then her initiating a level of ancestral, intimacy with him. Boy, lost in the sauce. Of course he wanted somebody to know, but it's not like men back then could be like, oh, a woman touched me. They didn't do that. Especially the woman who gave him life, who prompted him up and told him to expect things out of himself. He wasn't gonna do that, but I think she was covered.
I think she's arguably one of the first people that let Lestat know he could color outside of the lines.
Yeah. Any version of himself that he wanted.
So Red Talk says, I think part of Lestat wanted to be caught. Also, Awakened Soul Vibes says Brit. Sam Reed said in an interview that the finale will be horror, and that Assad does his big one. I'm paraphrasing. What are your thoughts about that, Brit?
Assad.
Who's Assad?
Armand?
Yeah, Armand.
Oh, Armand. Oh, okay. Yeah, Armand does. I do see that Armand played the back role a lot. Like, he was the puppet master. He was anticipating other people's steps and reactions before they could anticipate them. And he was reacting, and he knew, okay, if I do this, then this should happen. And so I think that Armand is going to come back and do some really, I can't even imagine, because this episode, I couldn't even fathom what was happening. So who knows with the finale? Like, I'm so freaking excited. Like, I don't know what crazy shit Armand. All I remember is them walking around with a bowling bag, which I assume the heads were in the bowling bag. And I'm like, what is going on?
Honestly, the rage that I feel like Sophia is going to feel. Because honestly, I know that she plays like that's not her child. But she ain't on assignment to him. Except for this music stuff, and he's her lover and this, that, and the third. But I think I'm hoping that this series turns it up a notch and gives her a nice either send off or like
Shane dying.
I'm about to say or exposure, because the fact that
she won't care.
Listen, you don't think she cares?
I don't think she cares.
The way the episode ended, I was like,
I think the only reason she didn't want anybody to know her connection to Lestat was because that would be used against Lestat. It could be used against Lestat. It could be used against her. You know what I'm saying? That's my thinking. That's my frame of thinking. But let's move. We got a lot of comments. We got more questions. So I'm only trying to do one at a time, y'all. So Tootie in the Boot says, I love that scene because they were both making, and it's talking about the scene between Lestat and Louis. I love that scene because they were both making great points, but Lestat ate with calling Louis out of the Regina of it all.
Yes.
Elliot?
So I think this was Lestat's way to kind of shock Louis into reality. And so I agree.
Okay.
Like, all crazy?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said, are we all crazy? Like, Louis, yeah, you're talking to your dead daughter you're paying a woman to be your dead daughter. Are we judging me?
We listen and we don't judge.
So here's the thing. What in my mind, Louis was saying there's some level of sickness to it all. And I get it. I get it. That you sleeping with your mom, or am I paying somebody to be somebody else? Which one is more sick in that scenario? I think what happened was Louis recognized how this was impacting Lestat, and he's still thinking in his head, I still want you. I know you slept with your mama. I still want you. So I'm just gonna overlook this.
I think that Lestat was as grossed out when it was said out loud as it was. He threw up. Yes, he was like, he never thought anybody would know, and he really needed no one to know. He really needed no one to know that. Like, so for someone to find out, it was like, oh, it is as gross as I thought it was. I think that was one of those moments. Yeah, it's as gross as everyone thinks it is. You're nasty, dog.
It was Louis saying, did you come out the same vagina you fucking? Let's talk about it.
So now you don't go back in.
We don't go back in the same subway we came out of. Okay.
So Time Diver X says, Merrick says she has some doubts. I don't know what IIRC means, but Claudia's ghost 100% exists in Queen of the Damned, so I don't see any reason to think it wasn't her that Merrick summoned. Thank you for that. Tootie in the Boot says Lestat never turned Louis away for that, even though he had every right to, since they weren't talking at that point. He answered Louis' call and helped him navigate through his feelings for months. Tootie in the Boot also says he needed the same grace, and I'm glad Louis smarted up after he realized that Lestat needed him desperately in that moment. The revenge porn was the lowest of blows, not just the abuse he suffers. Ashley Pate says, hello panel, I've been admiring your streams for a while now. I'm a lover of Interview 2. Thank you for joining us. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you press subscribe. Red Talk said, if Armand don't want that great conversion and Gabriella wants it, is it her that's gonna save Louis? Yeah.
Is it her that's gonna say Louis or Lestat or Akasha?
Yeah.
No. That's I have no idea. I'm just saying no. She puts too much importance on herself. Whatever. Ashley Pate says, I truly feel like this series is keeping the lights on at AMC.
Yes, it is.
Nobody's watching Mayfair.
Say it again, Vera.
Because nobody's watching Mayfair. They need to beat this shit up.
But they are, and I don't know why. That's why our ratings are from Mayfair and to whatever.
Ooh, time diver. Ooh, I love that. I love like your callback. Armand will sew their heads back on. They'll walk it off. We'll see. Tootie in the Boot says, I'm sorry.
After that heels, I do Armand something bad.
So Tootie in the Boot says Gabriella is a nut, but she better be the one to pull Armand fucking eye out. That might help me forgive her a little bit. Okay.
Me too, Gabriella.
Just
I mean, me
look.
too.
Books, Girls, and Purse says, do you think Gabriella is going to be a coward and take off while Akasha avenges Lestat? No, because two reasons. Number one, she's a female. Number two, she's connected to Lestat. Akasha is not going to kill anybody who's connected to Lestat, whether his head is back on or not. Ashley Pate says, I get both reactions. Louis' reaction was first reaction of shock and disgust, but Lestat needed and wanted empathy and understanding, not judgment.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about that?
I 100% agree. He really had the spaz on him like quick.
Britt, your thoughts? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
What'd you say, Elia?
No, I was about to say this has been Lestat's whole life, wanting to be understood, wanting empathy, and so. Yeah, as grotesque and as disgusting as it was, from the person that I love that has seen me through the centuries, I just need you to understand. That's it. Don't judge me.
And when he needed him, he came.
That's
and
all.
when Lestat was shot, he never came to check on him, call him, didn't pick up the phone, ain't do shit. Ain't even pick up the phone.
And I think it's one of those times where he's hitting Louis with the, "You not finna abandon me again. Like, you're not gonna leave me hanging again because you want to make it seem like my shit is so much worse. Like, I am from centuries ago.
That part.
I come from centuries ago.
That part.
That's when people was still sleeping with siblings in their bloodline to keep their kingdoms going. And you want to look at me crazy for banging my mama. Like, people did this.
Bitch, I made you. Kiss the ring.
Oh, like, I guess I just got down to the century of it. At least that's how I tried to navigate the understanding of that creepy shit.
So Awakened Soul Vibes wants to know who sent the link to Louis. It was Lemuel. Yeah, I can't say his name. So Ashley Pate says, I've been lurking in the bushes for a while. Thank you for lurking.
You can lurk, Ashley. Come on out.
Don't lurk.
The shadows, darling.
Ashley Pate also says, I noticed in the meeting with Tandan, we got a foreshadowing the future plot lines for the seasons ahead.
Yes, I love it.
Ashley Pate also says, she's on a roll. Did y'all notice, in episode 3 through 4, Lestat's maker mentioned all his fledglings, the pimp Louis, Finger Antoinette, drummer TC, Tough Cookie. What did y'all
remember when he took the finger off Antoinette and then the drummer?
So Magnus in his appearances to Lestat made mention of these people.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know. Okay, so there was one scene in this episode where Lestat turned to Gabriella and he was just like, "You're, what's his name? The drummer? Is
Alex?
it TC? Alex. There we go. He's like, you're his mother. He needs some attention." Da 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 da.
Remember that?
I don't know. I need to know who their makers are because
that was what I was thinking when I was watching this episode.
They all aren't Lestat.
Huh?
They all aren't Lestat. Remember?
I don't think they're all Lestat. In fact, I don't think any of them are Lestats.
Gabriella, because remember he told Gabriella to tend to
her.
Yeah. What was it? Tend to Alex. Because he needs you.
Yeah.
Right.
Be a good mother. It's like you got another chance. Go handle that.
And then Ashley Pate also says right before the car crash, he mentioned who were his kids. Tootie in the Boot says, I do think Armand will find a way to get Lestat's head back on, but I still hate his ass and his fake 12-step program.
Listen, you didn't go in there to be healed. You did not go to be healed. You came to be a fucking menace, and it makes for great television.
I mean, you had to because you made somebody jump off into a train. Why would you do that? To start some shit. You menace.
That's why they
and
call
that
him.
made me think he did kill Nikki. made Nikki kill himself.
Armand is.
Who you talking about, Armand? I said that in one of the previous episodes. Like that was my thinking.
And you're right, I think, because when I saw what he did to that man, I said he made Nikki kill herself.
Armand is not to be trifled with.
So Books, Girls, and Purse said Lestat made TC, Gabriella made Alex, and Sam made Salamander. I definitely missed that. So Tootie in the Boot said, I can't help it. He should have thought to do this before the Great Conversion got this bad. I don't know what you're talking about.
He talking about Armand. Armand should have cut their head off before the Great Conversion got this bad. And I agree. Like, why would you wait until the day before?
He needed help. He needed help.
And that's why he got tanned down.
And I got questions about Tan Dan. I want to get through these comments. It's a lot of comments, y'all. So Ashley Pay said, I think Gabby turned Alex, Lestat turned the drummer, and the other guy, Sam, turned Salamander. Time Diver X said Armand did nothing wrong.
You did everything wrong.
Tootie the Boo said Armand show did make Nikki chop that hand off. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like you, Tootie, in the boot, and the other person. I think that you are also a secret villain. Time Diver. Yeah, I think that you, Time, are a villain like me. We're just on opposite sides of who we're villains about.
All right, so Louis explicitly warns, I don't like witches. You reached out to the worst kind of witch. I want you all to quickly discuss the arrival of Merrick and answer why Louis sees her as a threat. I want to start with Brittany first to get you in because we haven't heard from you in a second.
Okay, so I think that the reason he feels that way is because, again, being from Louisiana, voodoo, witches, anything witchy like that kind of makes him a little on edge, because she did make a point of talking about how who is he, his brother or something like that. And he was like, no, that was my brother that used to say that about y'all when we would walk by. But just that whole vibe makes him feel a little uneasy because he's like, I don't really fuck with witches like that.
Okay. All right. So next question. Daniel's memory is full of gaps. Armand claims he isn't responsible, but he's curating the memories of others. What is the over-under on Armand having completely sanitized Daniel's mind regarding what really happened in San Francisco? What are your thoughts about that? How much manipulation is Armand doing with Daniel? Let's go to Barry Min.
I've totally lost respect for Armand. Now that he's revealed himself in the Vampire Lestat, I totally realized that Armand is a master manipulator and that he's just a fucking liar. Like just seeing how he came back with the apology to Lestat and how he was obsessed with him, he's a liar. I don't believe anything Armand says.
Britt,
that part. That part. Fuck Armand.
Okay, that's succinct. All right, Armand is 500 years old, yet he spends his nights bantering with a mortal journalist who holds him in contempt. Is Armand obsessed with Daniel because he represents a part of Louis he can't control? Or does Armand crave the raw, ugly truth that only Daniel is willing to tell him? Elia?
Read it one more time for me.
Is Armand obsessed with Daniel because he represents a part of Louis he can't control? Or does Armand crave the raw, ugly truth that only Daniel is willing to tell him?
So I don't think Armand is on this crusade of craving truth at all. I think Armand is a bitch. I think Armand has centuries-long hurts that he is holding on to, and Armand is a lonely motherfucker. And so he literally, I'm going to find the weakest link or who I can manipulate for the biggest gain to get my lick back, so to speak. And so I think Armand is a master manipulator and chess player. He is not playing checkers. He knows what he's doing, and he knows what cards to play and when to play them. And you don't see him coming. He's the spook who sat by the door. He is privy to so many conversations and minds and all the things. And he's over 500 years old. And so now you've been able to perfect your game and literally move chess pieces around the way that you see fit. To me, Armand is a bigger threat than Akasha. Like, he really is on the day-to-day in the vampire world, because Akasha's taking a nap. She's sleep right now. Armand is the one that you should be concerned about and never sleep on. And the bitch is beautiful. He's beautiful. He is the devil. He is literally the devil. He's beautiful.
So, Bear of Men, this is a comment. I want you to answer. Just you. Just be succinct because we've got more comments. So Ashley Pate says, I'm not getting Tandan anger here besides being bested by Lestat early on. Why go after them? What are your thoughts?
I think that he feels gypped that he didn't get this grandiose gift that other type of vampires got. And that he really thought he was going to show up and it was going to amplify something in him, not realizing that these vampires are older and smarter and wiser and more gifted than you. So you weren't going to do a fuck thing to them. They're running circles around him, and I think he's just jealous.
So I'm going to add my little 2 cents in right here. So now Daniel gets to see how good Armand is at manipulating situations. And he didn't even see it. He's the one that can uncover shit. But Armand is the one that can skew everything, and he can't see it. He can't see the forest for the trees. And he's going to realize that a little bit later on. What are your thoughts, Britt?
That is some freaky shit. Because he has the ability to alter your thoughts, your mind, your perception of reality, your memories, like things like that. That's a dangerous gift. And he's using it for evil and not for good. So I'm like, oh shit, what's about to happen? And does Daniel see it coming? Or because Daniel normally seems to be one of those people that is very opinionated, very the typical reporter attitude, you know? And so I'm curious to see what are his inner thoughts and how is Armand manipulating those inner thoughts.
I think that Tan is also the weakest link because he is very, very needy, and he was needy as a man. So he brought that into being a vampire.
So Carolyn, yeah. Guys, I started to remember here. Armand tries to bring Claudia back to life when he puts her head on Madeline's body before she dies. This is so sick, and he failed. He confesses this in the book. That was kind of like why I was like, what are your thoughts to that possibility, Elia?
Again, because it's Armand, I can only think that it will be used for a later bargaining chip why he would even attempt this, because he did not love Claudia. He ain't have nothing for her.
All right, so Bearer of Men, Tootie Naboo says Armand's love language is mind manipulation, and I guess that's Daniel's cup of tea now. What are your thoughts?
Makes sense. It makes sense. I think that's why they're like so attracted to one another. I think that's why they're so like able to, but I also think their attraction is also being bested by Lestat and rejected by Louis.
So Britt, Ashley Page says, I get Louis' point of view, plus the time he came from, early 19th century. He don't mess with witches. What are your thoughts about that?
That's exactly like what I was saying earlier. Voodoo was a large part of the New Orleans culture at the time. And so I think that's around the time Marie Laveau was really big in the industry in the quarter. And so you respect it. You don't fuck with it. You leave it alone. But if that is your religion, that is your religion. But if it's not, respect it. Back the fuck back.
All right. So, Carolina says this happens only in the books, not in the TV series, but is so weird and sick. He tried to play God in this part. I was only 14 when I read it in the books. So, any additional thoughts on what you said earlier?
Oh, same applies.
Yeah. All right, so Bearer of Men, Tootie in the Boot says Armand is so attached to Daniel because he doesn't have anything else to live for right now. It's also why he's so focused on stopping the Great Conversion. He doesn't know how to just be. What are your thoughts?
I think he's also tied to those fake ass principles that his maker gave him, and it also kind of made him hoisted him up and made him godlike, within his covenant to keep those principles and oogity boogity boogity, the great conversion. Boogity, boogity, boogity. And like instead of like being open minded that it might not be what he think it is, he's so terrified of it.
Well, I just want to say right there, his maker Marius didn't tell him anything about the great laws. He didn't tell him anything about the great laws. Armand thought that Marius had died. Marius never came back to get him. And what happened was Armand got captured by other vampires, and they put that into his head.
Oh, well, either way, he lost in the sauce because he just knows. But I still think it makes him godlike, keeping the principles. Who else is going to do it if not me? We must end this now. You ain't got to do shit. Sit back and relax.
Enjoy the fruit.
So Britt, Carolina says Madeline and Claudia dies. Claudia is trapped in sort of limbo hell in suffering. Madeline may be in peace. Ghost Claudia, I remember seeing her in Queen of the Damned and Merrick book.
Wait a minute, wasn't Madeline a reformed Nazi?
No, she wasn't a Nazi.
Oh, they thought she was because she
not
was
in the book. I don't think.
Okay, no, I got it.
In the TV show, she was just having sex with. She was just having sex. But so here's the. Well, no, she did kill people. She did kill people, but I guess it wasn't enough people for her to go to hell or something.
Yeah, maybe it got to be like 15. I don't know.
Yeah. so Time Diver X says all this slander for the only guy trying to stop the vampire apocalypse. What are your thoughts about this, Elia?
Slander? Is it slander?
I like you though. I like that you're trying to be on the other side and be like,
slander.
So Carolina is apologizing about her English. That's okay. We get even from people who speak English and write English every day. That wasn't the worst I've ever read.
None of us.
You're doing a good job.
We're fine.
So Ashley Page says, I wish they would create a series based on black witches like Merrick's character. It would be interesting to see, but Mayfair witches wouldn't do it.
They got that show. It's called Domino. They got it.
Don't piss me off. Please.
They got the black witches show called Domino.
Domino
Day. Watch that?
That's not Domino Day.
Yeah, Domino Day.
That's not in New Orleans.
Oh, my bad.
Still black witches though. Still black witches.
It's not in New Orleans. And then with Merrick, did y'all notice that Lestat had her saved as Mary Rick in his phone? Merrick probably should have been a little more fair skinned. Not mad at the actress though, because she did her job. But
she did a really good job.
Mixed race, yeah.
In this century, probably not.
Wait, say it again.
In this century.
Probably not.
A lot of Creole people.
She's talking about her skin color. She's like that several generations away. So I see your point.
I'm Creole, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Mm-hmm. So Carolina says, I want to reread the books now that I'm an adult. I may understand better the story and remember everything. Yes, I've read it and I still don't know. Andre Asante says Louis' family was aware of the Mayfairs in season 1. You're quite right. Yes, he did. They talked about it. Also, Ashley Page says people thought Madeline was a Nazi sympathizer, but she was just trying to survive, I believe, in war and harsh times. Andre says they got a name drop.
Oh, the Mayfair witches?
They did.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they got. That was good. Keep going.
Most exciting.
And wants to know if Domino.
No, it did not. Domino Day did not. It's a season 1. That's it.
All right. Next question: is Daniel truly there for the story, or has this interview been a decade-long plan by a broken man to get his revenge on the vampire who mind wiped him in 73? Or is Daniel playing the victim, the architect of Armand's downfall? What are your thoughts? Is this revenge, or is he really the fool to Armand?
I think it's revenge. Oh, I'm sorry.
You were saying?
I think it's revenge. He's 100% like Daniel is the epitome of a journalist that will do anything to pursue a story. But I think past a certain point, it got personal. So now it's more than just a story. I want my lick back. You played in my face. I thought you exposed Lestat, everything to the whole world in this interview that we had. And this is just one thing that you did. But I think that tipped the iceberg when you played in my face and made me feel like I got a story.
And then deleted it?
Right. And it's not including all the stuff y'all did to me before. This was too much. So now I think it's surpassed the whole journalistic ambition of chasing the story to where now it's been made personal.
So Ashley Page said, I heard that same actor who played Merrick originally went for the Queen's role. They liked her so much they brought her in for this role instead. So Tootie in the Boot says, Merrick was David Talbot's lover, adopted daughter in the books. Oh, I forgot. Okay. David was killed by Louis in the show. That was mentioned at the end of episode 2. Andre said, in the book, Merrick is described as being able to pass for white, but I'm here for the darker representation. Andre also said, thanks for getting Asante right. Carolyn said, I was a teenager reading the Vampire Chronicles. I was Claudia's age, and I couldn't read them all because I was under 18. Awaken Soul Vibe says Daniel had a crush on Louis. That's what I thought too. That's
You
what I
could tell at the end of the movie, the original movie. You could tell.
Carolyn says, I grew up watching the movie 1994 with Tom Cruise. I love Lestat since my childhood. Tootie in the Boot says
That part.
Daniel was there for the story, and I don't know what his motivations are. I hope it's revenge in regards to Armand, who wronged him the most. What are your thoughts about that?
I doubt that. I think he's spinning now. I think he wanted the story at first because I think he was chasing the dollars. You know what I'm saying? I think he was like, ooh, I really got it out there with the interview with the vampire. This is going to be even bigger. But then when he saw he hit the wall because they were playing games with him, like Elia said, I think he blew a gasket. And now he's out for revenge against Louis and Lestat for playing in his face. I do.
I totally agree with you. Tan Dan is not here to fuck around. He's like, bitch, I came for you. You came for me, I came for you. Watch me.
Let's say head on.
So, Shane Kakinski, Shane Kakinski said Lestat did say that Armand would do more than damage. I read that wrong. Would do more damage than the Queen.
And
when did he say that?
I don't know. Maybe it's a book reference. Ashley Pate says, I feel like Dan is very intelligent, but being completely manipulated by Armand here because he's still a baby vamp and not clued in on all the manipulation tricks.
But he made him walk in the sun, so I'm rolling
your boy
with
strong.
Armand.
Yeah. Your boy is strong. If Daniel can walk in the sun and survive, Daniel is strong. So
he's drinking from Armand. That's why he's drinking from Armand. That's why he's walking the sun.
That
he
part
was made by Armand. That was his first fledgling. He's strong. Lestat and Louis shouldn't be at the top of Daniel's shit list, but if they are, he's at the top of mine. They're the top of mine. Carolina says it was David Talbot and Louis when they talked about Merrick and summoned Claudia. TV series changed to Lestat. This way it was more emotional. Okay. Time Diver X says Daniel's horrible death is going to be so deserved because he's been tempting fate playing with these vampires for decades. What are your thoughts about that, Britt?
That is so true. Since the late 70s, early 60s, when he first was in, what was that, San Francisco? He was in the bar picking somebody up. When Armand was like, yo, what's up? Come through. Armand or Louis, either one. I don't remember which one. It's whatever. So the point is he's been fucking with vampires, playing with fire from the start. And so he knows what he's doing. He's just been playing Russian roulette with his life. And he finally got bit.
Merriman.
I agree. I feel like Daniel must want to die. And right after I saw him help Armand cut heads off, I was like, baby, you are super young. What are you, a couple years?
That part.
You younger than Lou. Oh, you walking in the sun feeling powerful though. Okay. We're gonna see. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Awaken Soul Vibe says, does anyone think Sam Reed would be a good flashback Magneto in a live action X-Men movie?
Ooh.
I don't know. Did y'all watch X-Men?
Yes. I would not mind. In that suit? Oh.
Levitating.
Levitating. Yes, Lord. Okay, Magneto.
I do love Sam Reed, let me tell you.
Ashley Pay says, I will survive that Tandan didn't confront Louis about Armand following him for years. Carolina says, I think it would be a handsome Gambit and he speaks French. That
oh my God, I love Gambit. Oh my God.
Tooting the Boot says, Daniel is most definitely going to die. I don't think it'll be an eternal or traditional death, though. I don't know what those letters mean. I need to get with internet lingo. Readers will know what I mean by that. Okay.
Oh, it's a book. It's an acronym for a book.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. So Carolina says, I can't wait to see David Talbot in the TV series. He's an important character in the books. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Especially the next one that's supposed to come out. All right. So real quick, let's go to the next question. I'm trying to make it as quick as possible. Armand pretends to be a calm, supportive partner, but his interactions with Daniel show flashes of real anger and fear. What is Armand more afraid of? Daniel discovering the truth about the past, or Daniel convincing Louis that Armand's love is just another form of captivity? What are your thoughts about that? Oh.
Say the question again.
Is Armand more afraid of Daniel discovering the truth about the past, or Daniel convincing Louis that Armand's love is just another form of captivity?
Armand's love being another form of captivity. I do believe that Armand is smothering with his love, and it is another form of captivity because he literally wants you to do what he wants you to do. Like, I don't think he realizes, like, with all these principles and laws, that it's so restricting, which is why Louis and Lestat were never for any of it. It's limiting. If I have to listen to you, it's limiting.
I agree with that. But I also feel like, for me, stronger than that would be him discovering the truth, because the truth will be a segue into everything else. And so we know that Armand is more than duplicities. It's a quadrant of fuckery when it comes to him. And so I think more than anything else, the more dangerous part would be him discovering the truth, because it's a Rubik's Cube.
Got it. All right. So Ashley Pate says, did y'all notice in the dinner scene, Louis' gift to Lestat was a taste from his generation's relative? Oh yeah, that girl giving the blood. When Lestat had his panic attacks, I thought he had been blood poisoned again. Oh.
Yeah, I can see that, because it was like, whoa, what's going on? Well, we just chalked it up to him being disgusted by everything that was going on.
Um, Carolina says TV series finale is leading to Akasha awakening in San Francisco. She follows his voice. This TV series is very accurate with the books. Tootie says Armand is afraid of being left alone and having to live for himself, living to live for himself or by himself. He's extremely codependent. He is an extremely codependent person, like most of these vampires. Yes, I do agree with that.
Agreed.
Question: Why would Lestat keep a visual reminder of his deepest trauma? Why would Lestat keep a visual reminder of his deepest trauma, meaning his mother?
A reminder that they always leave.
That's dark. I love it though.
You can love them as much as you want. You can give them everything in the world. They always leave.
Okay. We are at an hour and a half. This is among one of the longest shows that we've had. I had like several more questions, but we have also run out of comments. Let's rate this particular episode from Mayfair to 10. We're gonna start with Elia. What you got?
So, for me, this is a 10. It's a 10. It's a 10. Simply because the ending was not predictable. Didn't see it coming. It was very emotional throughout the episode. I love that they tied in Mayfair in a positive way. That did not make me want to hurl and turn the TV off. So I appreciated that piece. I'm glad that the character that plays Claudia Delaney got her moment. She delivered it quite well, and it was not what any of us would have expected. Chef's kiss, yes. I didn't expect her to come in for their throats the way that she did, and then they tied New Orleans into it. Was so many things happening in this episode that just gave me everything that I needed. I know we're already at over an hour and a half, so I'm gonna just say 10 for me. This episode was a 10.
Merriman.
10 for me because of all the things they said. I just loved even before the heads came off. I loved the humor and the banter. I love how Louis tried to backtrack and say something about, when somebody touched me, they gave me $1.
When my cousin put his finger inside me, he gave me $1.
I got $1.
I was like, oh, we going there. From the Drake reference to I just see what they're trying to do here. And then the deeply emotional parts that they touched on when Lestat threw up with the knowledge of his incest being spread everywhere, and then him getting seriously emotional with Louis, and Louis coming to his senses like, I am tripping right now. I need to be here for you in this moment. It was just so good. And then their heads coming off, Claudia having her emotional it was so good. It was emotional on every level. It closed doors like it needed to. It brought in how even Black people feel about voodoo. Real talk. Even as a vampire, I'm cool with that. I'm just saying, I don't deal with that voodoo shit. You know what I'm saying? You got the worst kind of witch. I just loved it all. It's a 10 across the board. 10.
It was a 10 for me for everything that all of you all said. There were a couple of things that I do want to add. For instance, when Louis and Lestat were arguing, Lestat started to stutter. That was something that he had never done in front of Louis. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how emotional it was. That's how small he felt in that particular moment. That was
boy back out.
Oh, it was beautiful. Also, that scene when Lestat was singing, and your girl Claudia, she had like this sense of pride. She was doing this, and then the more she sang, the more she realized that Lestat was really singing to Louis. I said, oh
yes.
and You all said it earlier. The banter between Louis and Lestat, and it started in the in I don't know, the townhouse, wherever he lives. We shouldn't go. Like, you know, it was just like all that back and forth. It was light and it was lovely, and it was something that we didn't even see in season 1. And it was so good to see. It was so, and it was like, yeah, he about to leave them. He about to leave them. And the in my mind, the fact that even though Lestat was fucking his mama, Louis still wanted him. Still wanted them. So that lets you know that it's love. It's like true love between the two of them. I was here for all of that. This particular episode, it was like 10 times 10. It was like it was given. And in that short time,
drink afterward, they both needed a drink. It was too much. It was like, woo!
Yes.
Yeah.
And Louis couldn't help himself. He still had to dig. And then, you know, eventually he had to apologize. I loved it. I loved it. We have some comments. We got a lot of comments in that short amount of time. Tootie the Blue said Lestat kept a visual reminder because we leave the damage so we never forget the damage. Tootie says this was 100 out of 10. I wrote down so many times because of this episode. I felt so many big feelings. Time Diver X says, I thought it was a perfect ending to the series. A whole Lestat date episode is a send-off. Now they can rest. Do we think this is the final season? Oh Lord, please tell me that's just, you know.
I don't think so.
Ooh.
We can't only get one. His book was big.
Ooh. I need several seasons. Carolina says, Armand was only 17 when he turns into a vampire. Vampire Diaries characters age, but TV series, the older, even Lestat. Okay. Books, Girls, and Purrs says, someone said Claudia is a Kendrick fan. That's a reference to something that she said. Andre says Delaney makes the episode a 10 on her own. I'm
yes,
it was outstanding.
Agreed.
Ashley Pate says they were so intimate too with the blood in the beer. Oh yeah.
So they could drink it.
Yeah, Louis had like this look on his face, like, this beer nasty. Can you do something about this?
Don't give me a hit.
And then when he drank, he was like, oh, yes.
We needed a drink. We'd all have been there with some stuff with too tough. We needed a drink after that. He was like, man, that was too much.
I love it. Shane Kakinski says it was episode 2 or 3 whenever Armand was on his apology tour. Oh yeah. Books, Girls, and Purrs says she's speaking to Ashley Pate. Jacob Anderson improved drinking Lestat's blood beer and the consoling hug right before the bar. Yeah. Anything that we missed in this particular episode that we want to talk about?
I think I said it all.
All right. Thank you all so very much for watching us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share on all your social media. But we have a couple more comments. Ashley Pay says, yep, like Boo fix my drink. I like it, please. Carolina says Claudia was only 5 years old, so she couldn't live by herself, and the torment is even worse. Okay. All right. Thank you all so very much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share on all your social media. Until next time, y'all have a good one. We've got questions and we know you have answers, so make love to our senses in the comments. Drop them down below.